session, we are going to see about network topologies. The topology, in the sense, it is about the structure of the network, how each and every components of a computer or a device is interconnected with other computers. So there are two types of topologies. One is physical and another one is logical topology. So here we are going to see about a physical topology. So the physical topology is about a geometric representation of all nodes in a network. So we have 6 different types of topologies: bus, ring, tree, star, mesh, and hybrid. So in each video, we are going to see two topologies. So first session, we will be starting with bus and ring topology. So first, we will start with bus topology. So the bus topology is designed in such a way that all the stations are connected through a single cable. If you see here, there is a cable over here. So we have a cable here. So through this cable, all the nodes are connected. So each computer will act as an individual node. So this single cable will be the backbone of the system. So each node is either connected to the backbone cable by a drop cable or directly connected to the backbone cable. So sometimes like we will have this drop cable, or directly it will be connected through the backbone cable. When a node wants to send a message over the network, the message will be put over the network. So it has to pass that information through the backbone cable. So all the stations available in the network will receive the message whether it has been addressed or not. For example, we have 4 nodes here. So let me take A and B, C. So among this, A wants to convey certain information to D. So what it has to do? So it will send that information to D. So instead of that, the A will pass that information through the backbone cable. So the backbone cable will carry the information. During that carry, C can also view the message, B can also view the message. That is unnecessary. So that problem will cause sometimes a problem. So this is about the bus topology and how it will work. So we'll get into the next part of this network. So the bus topology is mainly used in 802.3, that is Ethernet, and standard networks 802.4. So the configuration of bus topology is quite simpler and compared to with other devices. So the cable length, so it is a single lane. So the broadcast, everything will be done through only one station. The most common access method is CSMA. So that is carrier sense multiple access. So first we will see what is this carrier sense multiple access. So it is a media access control used to control the data flow so that the data integrity is maintained, that information which is passed through the cable, so we can maintain some integrity. So the packet do not getting lost through the channel, and two alternative things should not collide each other. So that kind of things will be ensured by using a CSMA protocol. So in the CSMA, we have 2 different types. One is a collision detection and collision avoidance. Especially in this bus topology, we may encounter some collisions because in a network, if it is having some 10 nodes, that is 10 computers in a single lane. So all 10 might have tried for receiving and sending information at simultaneous time. So that may end up in collisions. So to avoid that, we are using a CSMA collision detection method and collision avoidance method. So it is used to detect that collision. Once the collision is detected, it will send a message that it will be stopped transmitting the data. So recover after collision. Suppose if you want to avoid the collision before it happens, so you have to use CSMA-CA method. So whether the transmission medium is busy or not, you have to check. If it is busy, you have to wait until it becomes idle. So then you have to send your information. So then you can avoid the collision. And what are the advantages of this bus topology? The first thing is low cost. So the cable should not be very costly. We are not going to use any kind of higher end devices along with this. So the initial cost and the installation cost and maintenance cost also very less. And speed, it's like moderate speed it can able to give. It can be able to work with coaxial and twisted pair cables. The maximum support would be 10 Mbps. And it is a very familiar technology, like troubleshooting is also easy because we don't want a very high-end person to troubleshoot our networks. And failure rates are limited, kind of failures are there, not like higher rate. Limited set of failures are possible over here. And it comes for the disadvantages. When it comes for the cabling extension, the bus topology is easy, but when you want to extend, it's a little bit tough. And troubleshooting, if any one system got affected, finding out the system and correcting that fault, it's somewhat disturbed. Because finding out each separate node, you have to check all other nodes also before concluding which node is affected. And signal interferences, yes, if two nodes are trying to do messages simultaneously, we may end up in interferences. And reconfiguration difficulty, yes, if you want to reset the network, if you want to change any node's place, then it will slow down the network until it completions. And attention is loss of signal, so that is also possible. If you use repeaters, you can avoid a little bit. The next very important thing is a ring topology. It's like a bus topology, but with connected ends. It's not like open-ended, it's a connected closed circle. It's a node that receives a message from previous computer and will retransmit into the next node. And the data flows in one direction. It is not a bidirectional, it is unidirectional things. And data flows in a single loop continuously, known as an endless loop. There is no end point over here. It will be continuously working on it. And it has like end-to-end loop. That's why you don't have any terminations. So each node is connected to other node, having no termination point at all. And the data in a ring topology flows in a clockwise direction. So it will follow the clockwise, not an anti-clockwise. So how the informations are passing through this ring topology? By using a method called token passing. So what is a token passing? So it is like a network access method, which token is passed from one node to another node. When you want to convey certain information, so before conveying that information, first we will be sending the token. So based on the token only, we will be sending the information. So what is a token? So it is a frame that circulates around the network. It's like a frame. We have studied like circuit switching, packet switching. So it's like, it is a frame. Instead of packets, we'll be using a frames over here. The next thing is like, what is this token we have seen? Now we are going to see working of a token passing. So tokens, a particular token will be move around through the ring topology, and it passed from one computer to another computer until it reached the destination. So the sender modifies the token by putting in the address along with the data. For example, I have to start from 1 and we have to end with 5. So I'll start with 1, I'll give the address as 2. So when it reaches the 2, it will give the address as 3. So like that, it will keep on goes. So the data passed from one device to another device until the destination address matches. Once the token is received by the destination device, then it sends the acknowledgement to the sender that I have received your token. So it is correctly reached to me. And token is used as a carrier for to take the message or any information or acknowledgement or those things. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of this ring topology? First thing is network management. So easily we can able to find out faulty devices. For example, in a network, if any one device got failure, so there itself we can able to identify it got failure, it cannot move to the next level. And product availability, many hardware and software tools for network operations and monitoring is available for this ring topology. And when compared to other topologies, the cost of topology also, it is affordable. And reliability, yes, we have a certain level of security. It is not depend on other systems. So we can rely the topology. Next thing is disadvantages. Troubleshooting, when it causes any error in a particular domain. So identifying that domain, and you have to entirely reconnect the network, because if one node is disconnected, all other nodes also will be disconnected with that node. So automatically we cannot pass any information on that. The next one is failure. So one station leads to overall network failure. And reconfiguration is difficult. We already discussed in difficult in troubleshooting. And delay. Communication delay is directly proportional to the number of nodes. We have 5 nodes, it may reach it earlier. If we have 50 nodes, it will get delayed because it has to go to each and every node and it has to check whether the destination reached or not. So these are the very important advantages and disadvantages of ring topology. So we have discussed about only two topologies. One is bus and ring topology. In bus topology, we have seen what is the bus topology, what is the principle behind it, and we have seen about CSMACA and CSMACD, collision avoidance and collision detection. And when it comes to the ring topology, we have discussed about how token is passing between each and every node and what is the mechanism used in token passing and advantages and disadvantages. The next session we will be seeing another two types of topologies. So we will see the next session. Thank you.